Hello, my name is James Johnson. I'm part of Math 3220, discussion section 21D at UC Merced, fall semester 2021. The topic I'll be talking about today is the median absolute deviation, or MAD, versus the variance. Now, you may be asking why these are related. The relation between these is that they are both measures of data spread. And you may be asking why they're similar, or, well, at what points they're similar is when the data set is not normal. The outliers affect them similarly but differently. So when it comes to MAD, you would take the X data from the XY you would take the X data for every result that you had managed or that you had gotten. You would take the median of it, so the middle number, subtract this middle number from every every bit of data that you had gotten. You would then take the absolute value of this value, organize them from least to greatest, and then you would take the median value of that, and that would become your MAD, which is the average distance from your median to, it's just the average distance from your median to each of the outliers. For variance, variance measures the variability from the mean, so it's just where each point lies given to the mean. So like above or below, it's just how variable it is. Now for MAD, the reason why it's useful is that it's a more simple concept than standard deviation, and it's easier to understand, and it's more useful in real life because you're not rounding and hoping that you get the right answer. As for the variance, it's actually used by investors to determine a volatility in a market or a company. So let's say we have a company that has, let's just take 3 years. So they had a positive return on their stock of 10% in the first year, a positive return of 20% in the second year, but a negative return of 15% in the third year. The average, you would then take the average of these, which would be the upper minus the lower, which would be 5%, and then for every consecutive, or then you would take the next, in this case, 3 consecutive years, and subtract the average from those years. So we would get 5, 15, and negative 20%. You would then square these values, add these values together. Remember, a percentage is 0.0 of a full number. So you would get 0.25%, 2.25%, and 4%. You would then add these numbers together, in this case giving us 6.5%, and you would divide by the number of variables that you have. So we had 3 years. If you had 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years, you would divide by 4, 5, or 6, or so on and so forth. In this case, we had 3, and then you would get our variance, which is this number right here. And the variance is normally sigma squared. You would then and to get the deviation, you would take the square of our variance, which is 14.72%, which is the average, kind of what we can look at as average profit for the next 3 consecutive years. So a 14.72% return is very good for consecutive years. And for the research on this, these are the references. Thank you very much, and have a good day.